Happy Monday, everybody. This is a Sunday while we're filming this, though. Welcome to episode 48 of A to Z Sports Talk. This is Zach's day right now. All football all the time. You
Yep.
enjoying it?
7 hours, or for me, 6 hours of commercial-free football because it didn't work for the first hour.
Mhm.
Very disappointed about that because I really wanted to hear Scott Hansen's voice say 7 hours of commercial-free football and see the Octobox, but I guess that's for next week.
Yeah. Mine's still not working. And you said a lot of people are dealing with this right now?
Yeah, because I tweeted out, I don't know what I said. I was like, or it sucks. God, what did I say? I like have awful memory. A lot of people liked it, so it's sick.
Yeah.
No one followed, so screw them. Followed us. Oh my God, come on, switch.
Yeah, got like 100 likes or something like that on Twitter.
Yeah, I said nothing like getting pumped to watch NFL Red Zone and the NFL app not working. Hashtag pain. Yeah, so
Got
that's
some
my claim to
comments.
glory.
The comments were dealing with it too, it looks like.
Yeah, a lot of people were. I don't know if it's like mine's on like my TV,
Uh-huh.
and I don't know if it's like not working on people's phones or
Yeah.
computers. So like I think it may just be case to case. Like my TV may be different than someone else's, so like it cannot work. But it wasn't working the first hour. I had to watch the Jaguars, and then I could also watch the Miami and uh New England game.
Mm-hmm.
So not game like I like watching the Jaguars when they're on offense because you get to watch Trevor. But
Exactly.
then Red Zone came on. I was like, thank God, I could
Yeah.
watch some other stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited to get into some of those football games as well as college football from yesterday because it went down yesterday. A
I
couple
love college
massive,
football.
massive upsets. But of course, before that, we do have some Cardinals news, some good news, I should say, from these last two nights, and then a couple other things from the MLB going on. Of course, let's get it going with our Did You See It, though? I'll pop mine in real quick because it's quick and easy. The English Premier League was canceled this week due to the Queen passing. I just thought that was because I was thinking, like, oh, when does Wolverhampton play this week? Not even thinking
Hmm.
that, of course, it would be a big deal over there. It's a big deal everywhere, but yeah, I thought that was very. I guess it's expected they would have done that no matter what,
Yeah.
but it was kind of I don't know, good to honor her in that way. Kind of take a break from that, but yeah, thought that was interesting.
So my did you see it is, or I have two. Well, one's a did you see it, one's just like me kind of ranting about something. But my first did you see it? I'm sure no one saw it unless you're a Clemson fan. And it is on Friday, or I think it was this past Friday. Clemson has like their first Friday parade. Um, like all the sororities, all like student stuff go through its big parade.
Mhm.
So earlier in that day, the Bro-Peds had their own parade, and in Clemson,
Oh,
um, a lot of people will get ride mopeds around to get around campus and park and get to class from off campus because you can park closer places other than having to deal with the parking Nazis that is the Clemson parking service and
hmm.
parking like a mile away from where you have to be, which really sucks. And then like creepily following people while they walk to their car to get a good spot. I've done that many times. I did. But they had like a huge parade. It's awesome. I sent it to you guys, but they're just
Yeah.
like driving around campus. They're all like honking their little horns. It's all like frat guys and just guys being dudes, but it was awesome. Um, it's just so funny. They were like, there's like a video of them all like in the parking lot ready to go, and then there's like a guy leading the way, and then they're like all packed like sardines around the way. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And then my other, did you see it kind of is um the Madden 23 was free to play this weekend. And
Mhm.
so I was like, oh, I'll try it out. Literally copy paste Madden 22. Nothing's
Really?
different. Like the whole like when you go into the game, like the way it looks, exactly the same. Like the franchise play now, all that at the bottom.
Wow.
Um, yeah, it kind of sucked. Really, the only thing
But
difference they have like Madden Legacy game, which has some old players in it, but it's like and like
yeah,
current players, but
gameplay was exactly the same, pretty much.
yeah, basically the same
Wow.
to
So you're
me.
saying
Yeah.
you're recommending people don't buy 23, update the rosters on 22?
Yeah, like that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah,
A
You
lot, the
know,
majority of the time I do fantasy drafts anyway.
Yeah.
and just just have fun doing that. But
Yeah.
I'll update the roster than just play with my team. But
I think I'm gonna do that. I think I've told you I have like gotten every sports game in copy besides the last MLB The Show. It's kind of like a collection almost at this
yeah,
point. I think I might eventually get 23 when it's really cheap and just have it as
yeah.
a collection item or whatever. But yeah, for the first time, I'm agreeing with you on that. That I don't think I'm gonna get the new one.
Also, did you realize 2K like released Friday?
It was like a special edition, wasn't it?
No, it's out. It released September 9th.
The actual game?
Yeah, they release so
What the
early every
heck?
year.
I guess it is always September. Dang, I gotta get on that. I will buy that one, even though 2K is usually pretty much the same always
Yeah,
too.
2K is really the same. It's usually
Yeah,
like they kind of changed the My Career a little bit with some
a
of the
little bit.
archetypes, but
I
I think I'm
hear they
gonna
have.
wait a little bit and then get it. But then um I'm ready for my career. And you gotta actually like do it this year, not
I
slack off.
know I was slacking last year, wasn't I? I was
Yes.
really slacking.
I
Yeah,
tried to do a big man last year, I think. Yeah.
I can
But
do the big man this year because
you want to do
that's
this?
yeah. Because I mean, I feel like with you and I, we've only done it a couple of years, but I always
Hmm.
do point guard,
Yeah.
and that's like the fun position,
Yeah.
obviously. So,
I like
um,
doing big man. It's just really hard when you're in those. I just need to find the best big man like type to score because in my player it's kind of different when you're playing in like the rec or in the park than if you're playing
exactly.
in like your career games. Because in the my
Yes.
park you just want to be athletic, and then it's
Yes.
harder to score when you're in your my career games, which is tough. But then
100%.
last year I tried the big man, and then I did a point guard who was like a shooter because I'd never done that before. And after I got up to like in the 80s on 3 point, I like created my own jump shot and I would green bean it every single time. It
Yeah.
just knocked out.
Yeah.
I made like 14 threes in a game one time. It was nuts on like
I
five
think
minute quarters.
I was about to say, geez, 5 minute quarters.
Yeah, because then you get
Holy
through the
cow.
game quicker to get your VC.
Yeah, that's true. That's wild. Yeah, I
But
think I remember you saying, telling me about that.
yeah, my favorite though, I think I'm gonna do this year is I did this before. This was probably my best my career guy. I got him up to like an 88, but it's like a slasher guy who takes it to the bucket. He's really quick. Who can like dunk, and then
Uh-huh.
you can get their like 3 point to like 80 and knock down stuff
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah, I got to look up like a good build for a big man. And then hopefully we can compete with some guys on there.
Yeah.
So let's get it rolling. Let's start with the Cardinals like we always do. The Cardinals just finished up a 3 game set with the Pirates today. And I think they're off tomorrow.
And it ended with a bang.
Oh, it ended with a huge bang. Let's start at the beginning though, where it was not too good. The Cardinals were struggling against the Nationals a little bit, especially the bats. That continued in game one of the series
Especially pitching
on
too.
yes, yes. I guess that was Friday night. Cardinals lost 8-2. Michaelis was a little shaky. 5 innings, 4 runs. Zach Thompson came in and pitched an inning in the third. He's been really good for us. He's at
Yeah.
a 2.03 ERA. And then Woodford came in, and Woodford's another guy. I was just bragging about him, how he's like a 2.01 ERA. He gave up four.
Yeah, you need
But
to just like
you know,
not say anything good about a player because then they just
I
immediately
know,
suck.
I know. I literally,
Verhagen's
this
my
is the
hero. Awful.
this is the moment I am shutting up about all that stuff.
Maybe you
How
should
do we
just
even
talk bad
score our
about
runs?
people. Like Palante,
Yeah, it's
he's
the
been playing
opposite.
pretty pitching kind of bad.
Exactly. I just need to bring all the negative. Um, but yeah, nothing really good to say about that game, honestly. 8-2, so we can really skip past the rest of that.
When did we record? Did we
Um,
record on Thursday last week?
yeah, it felt like yesterday, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Felt very fast. Um, Saturday a lot better, 7-5. That was a very exciting game. Albert hit number 696,
Mm,
a bullet down the left field line, and then Nato,
yeah,
it was 5-4, and the bottom of the or what is it, top of nine, top ninth, and Nato
yeah.
broke free, bases clearing, double. So,
Triple,
yeah, it was. That's right.
triple.
That's right. He got the
Three
third on that.
RBIs.
Yeah. So, uh, Pujols had 3 hits that night. Also, another night where Pujols was a triple away from the cycle.
Yeah, we know
I
that
saw.
the likelihood of him getting a triple is
Not
like there's a
likely.
better chance of our like all of it, the whole world like exploding and dying than
Yeah.
ever Will's getting a triple.
Yeah. Flaherty pitched that one, 5 innings, 3 runs. It really just had that really rough inning. And
Hmm.
then after that kind of settled in, and then the bullpen was phenomenal. Palante, Romero only gave up one. Gallegos has really been looking good lately. I don't know if you've realized that or not, but yeah, he's looked a lot better for me. Helsley's given up like at least one run in each of his last couple
Yeah.
outings. Um, I don't even know why that is. Who can level? I mean, if you level up or get any good wood on 103, that ball's gonna
Yeah. Adios,
fly.
muchacho.
Exactly. But really good to get back in the win column. That put us at 82 and 58, 7-5 win. And then this afternoon, I know you've been on your Twitter game today because you were watching a lot of football, doing a lot of football tweets. And then I checked because I was like, he's probably covering football. I should probably hop on and do our baseball tweets for the Cardinals. You had that all covered too.
I was literally
Cardinals,
had my computer and I was watching it, and then it was like low battery. I'm like, oh, gotta plug it in. And then of course that's when everything happened.
yeah,
When like Dickerson drove an Edmund, then Pujols hit 697. I was like, of course. So then I went on my
697.
phone and rewatched like his whole at bat, and then O'Neill's
Same,
homer after.
same. Uh, that was not just a homer. That was a right center field missile,
Yes.
which was very impressive, honestly. Going under the radar, though, Tommy Edmonds got like a 14 or 13 or 14 game hitting streak going on right now.
Yeah, I was looking at I yeah, because I was looking at his stats when he was up. They like show his stats, and he's batting. Why is this? Where's he at? Where are you at, Edmund, on this? Okay, he's batting where's his average? Oh, 267 now.
Yeah,
I felt like yesterday it was like 254.
I know. He had that really bad stretch. I remember at the beginning of the year, he was 280, 290, 300 even.
Yeah.
He was really started off hot. Another guy I really like seeing kind of getting it going a little bit. I know he's still batting 228, but Tyler O'Neill had a hit in each of these three games and was on base multiple times
Yeah.
throughout this series, which is really good to see. Gorman's a guy that's really in a bad place right now. Batting now
Hmm.
230, 0 for 3 once again today. Really good to see Burleson get his first major league hit
Yeah.
today. He had started off not too hot.
Danny Mac called it
Um,
too.
did he?
Yeah, he literally is like he's like he's over 2 today, and he's about to get his first MLB hit, and
There
then
you
he
go.
gets the hit.
Right on. Good. Quintana. I didn't get to watch much today. I was at work, but looking through the highlights and stuff. Quintana 5 2/3, 1 run, very solid outing. Jordan Hicks gave up one. Did Romero pitch all three games in that series?
He may have. It seemed like he was always in.
Yeah. Chris Stratton, former Pirate, he's been really good for us lately. I just jinxed him. He's
Yeah,
eight
he
and
did.
four. He got the win. He's 8-4 out of the bullpen. That's
Really?
crazy. Yeah, he's got almost got as many wins as Michaelis and Wayno. And then Helsley shut the door. But I think we're off tomorrow. Isn't that correct? And then we got the Brewers for two.
I think so, yes.
Yeah, because Wednesday, I should be able to go to the game on Wednesday, which is a very historical game. Albert Wayno and Yachty are breaking the all-time record for. I mean, they're tied for it right now, but officially they're going to hold the record. Which I said this on live the other night. I want to hear your opinion. I think Joe DiMaggio's record is pretty unbreakable. It's going to be
What's his record? Oh, the hit streak.
the hit streak. This 325 game battery mate starts, however you want to word it. I think that's going to be just up there, right up there with it as
Oh yeah, for
unbeatable.
sure.
Because I mean,
It's
you just
not
don't see
it's not like super common to get like for a team to have a catcher and a pitcher that are really good stay with the team for like their entire career.
exactly, let alone like catcher and durability nowadays.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was thinking more catcher durability, honestly. But you made a really good point. How often do you see a catcher and a pitcher stay with the same team that
Like
long?
I was thinking like Kershaw's been with the Dodgers, but like how many catches has he had?
Exactly, so many. Yeah,
Or I
it's pretty
guess
remarkable.
well Buster Posey really didn't have a super long career because he retired, but
Yeah. You know what I'm hoping for? I'm hoping Albert gets in the lineup Tuesday and Wednesday, hits 3 homers in that stretch, and I get to see 700. I don't think it's happening, but I think these 2 homers in Pittsburgh, I think he's got it, dude. I think he's got the 700.
Oh, you got to play him every day now. He's better than
Yeah.
Gorman.
Yes, for
Heck,
sure.
he's a better fielder. Put him at second. He made a diving stop
He
the other night
did.
too.
That was a really nice play. It kind of caught me off guard. Yeah, that was
But
really
he's
good to
batting
see.
now 266, 18 homers, 48 RBIs, and has an 866 OPS, higher than any time he was with the Angels.
It's amazing. It's so
So
awesome, dude.
it's
It's so
awesome.
awesome. Um,
So if he was with the Cardinals all those years, he'd have 800 home runs
there
confirmed.
you go. Yep. We again are off tomorrow, but we have the Brewers for two in town, Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we are still at home. What is that? Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Oh, we got a double header in there. Okay.
Mhm.
Dang, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 game series with the Reds after the Brewers. So take
What the
advantage.
heck? Just go for a streak and just get them
Yes.
all.
Yep. Take advantage. Around the league, really quick though, the Mariners and the Braves have had a big
I do think
series.
we need to mention one thing about the Cardinals.
Yeah, go for it.
Goldschmidt is slumping. He doesn't have the
Mm.
average lead anymore. He's two back from the home runs. He's still leading in he's still leading in RBIs, but his average has taken a dip. Freddie Freeman's at
And
330.
and Freddie's staying red hot, which is yeah. I was
Freddie
thinking about that.
has quick math 16 more hits than Goldschmidt.
Yikes! Dang, that's tough. And home runs wise, isn't he two behind?
He's two behind
Schwarber.
Schwarber. I still think he's the MVP. Like he's
Yeah.
5 points
Oh,
behind him.
100%.
Like still has the home runs, RBIs, on base, OPS, all
Yeah.
that good stuff.
Because for me, there's a lot of candidates out there. Riley's a candidate.
Oh, I
Machado,
think
sure.
it's
Nado.
I like Austin Riley's playing good, but
Yeah.
yeah, Arenado is better than you.
So my point with that is like there's candidates, but do any of those names like they all like they're not deserving of an MVP, but we understand they've had a tremendous season. I don't see
Yeah,
anybody on Goldie's level where I'm like, oh, he actually really could make a case for
I
beating
really
him. I
think
don't see
if
anybody.
uh, what's his face? If Freddie had like he has like 16, 17 homers, I think.
Yeah, that's kind of low for him.
If my computer will load. 19. Like if he gets to like 20, 25 and over 100 RBIs, like he
Yeah, we could.
could like kind of oh my compete for it more,
Yeah,
but I
we
still
we could
think
make
Goldie has it.
we could have a conversation if that happens for sure.
But Freddie, please stop.
Yeah,
I liked
seriously, dude.
you, and if you take this away from me, I will hate you forever.
Seriously.
Also, I want to
uh,
mention, I know you're gonna do your about around the league, but
yeah,
there's like a guy who's I think people have kind of forgotten about, and everyone's talking about how like Aaron Judge is like doing great and everything, but Mike Trout is still the best player in baseball. Like, geez,
oh my
he has
gosh.
34
Yeah.
home runs.
Yes.
How many games has he played?
I marked that down, dude. He's only played 98 games. That's
How many games
remarkable.
has Aaron Judge played? Mike Trout
Like the whole
MVP.
yeah, yeah. And then I mean Otani's still doing some crazy stuff
Yeah.
over there also.
Mike Trout though,
Um,
he has 34 homers, 67 RBIs. So like no one's ever on base.
I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, that was one of my things actually I was going to talk about. Mike Trout has homered in 6 straight games. He had a day off. But that's crazy. The Rays are 4.5 games back of the Yankees for that first place spot, which is
Oh,
wild. Which is
yeah, I hope they
wild.
get it from him.
The Twins are falling pretty fast here. You mentioned how the White Sox are still within a couple
They're
games.
still two back.
Yeah, the Twins are now 4.5 back, in third place for the first time in a while. They've been really in that second place or even led for a while.
Speaking of the Twins, did you
Yeah.
see the umpire rub that guy's hair? They're playing
Yes.
Cleveland. The guy
Yeah.
who was pitching for Cleveland, but I think they're playing the Twins.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so. That
Because
cringe hat.
like Loki, like the manager did have like a suspicion because he kept going like and then
Yes.
like grabbing the ball, and then it was
Yeah.
just how awkward how long that umpire had
Very
his hand in
awkward.
his hair.
Yeah. And then a series I mentioned it earlier. But the Mariners are facing the Braves, and I was like really interested in that. I obviously follow Seattle, but even without that, two young teams that are obviously playing tremendous baseball all year. The Braves won the first game The Mariners won last night, and today the Mariners are up 6-2. So the Mariners might win 2 out of 3 versus the Braves, which helps also the Cardinals case for that number 2 seed. I know it's like 6.5 games away from us or whatever
Yeah.
still, but it'd be like 5.5 after today, which would be nice.
Who would we
Um,
play if we get the 2 seed?
uh, it would be uh
Oh,
the
we would get a bye, wouldn't we?
yes, and we would play the Braves or the Padres. So probably
Mm,
still the Braves, but that actually leads me to my next question is because that all changes if the Mets win that division, they would be the one instead of the Braves in that top part.
yeah,
So the Mets are up 1 game on the Braves right now. Who would you rather face? I might have asked you this before.
the Braves. We beat them.
Okay.
The Mets, if Scherzer and DeGrom are healthy, they got 2 games on you.
Yeah, exactly. So you're saying you'd rather play the Braves than the Mets?
Mm.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm torn, man. I'm really torn because that Scherzer DeGrom thing is the one thing that's holding me back.
And the
That
Mets lineup is pretty solid too.
it really is. I always like underestimate that on these episodes,
Yeah, you're
but
always like, there's lineup is not good. And let me
if
just
you
kind of
look
read it
at
off
it,
for you.
yeah, it's good. It's solid for sure.
Where they at? Oh
They're
my God.
also sliding right now though, which they're
That
not
does
playing
help.
good baseball. Yeah.
Like Jeff McNeil batting 318. Starling Marte batting 292. Luis Gillimore batting 283. Don't know who that
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Mark Canna 272. Francisco Lindor 268, 22 bombs, 91 RBIs. Pete Alonso just hits homers, 267. Not top 5 MVP.
No.
I'm saying that. I know there's no Mets fans that probably listen to this. I hope I
Yeah.
trigger you anyway because I don't like Mets. Um, yeah, and then they have a lot of people they've called up this year.
hmm Yeah,
Eduardo Escobar, solid, even though he's
for
batting
sure.
235.
For sure.
The big tank Vogelbach. He's only
He's
played
turned
31 games though.
he's played solid though. My last thing MLB wise though was that Zach Gallen scoreless streak that I was hyping up maybe last episode or the episode before is officially over in Colorado today.
Way to go.
40 44 yeah, exactly. 44 and a third innings pitched though. He went 3 innings today without giving up a run before he gave up one. So pretty remarkable streak by Zach Gallen. He's got like a 2.5 ERA or whatever. He's had a tremendous season. But with that being said, it is time to move on to some college football, which was pretty remarkable yesterday. I'll hand it off to
Awesome.
you. What stood out the most, I should say, to you from yesterday?
Um, a lot of things stood out. Is
Mm-hmm.
I guess the big overall is that the only team that looks like they're going to be in the college football playoff is Georgia. Like they're to me by far the best team, even though at the beginning of the year I had question marks, but Stetson Bennett has kind of answered those.
What
Um,
about Ohio State to you?
like they beat Notre Dame by not that much, and Notre Dame lost to Marshall at
That's
home.
true. That's
So
true.
like yeah, they played Arkansas State, so you expect them to dominate them, but
Yeah.
um, like Georgia and Ohio State are like the top 2 teams because uh Alabama struggled against Texas, who had 5 wins last year. Quinn Ewers got hurt, which if he stayed in, I think Texas would have won because he was dealing. And Bryce Young, like he led them to victory, but like Alabama, like I do they even have a wide receiver? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
they were struggling. He was struggling finding like any receivers open, and Texas was just their defense was incredible. Um, Looking at the stats, like the total yards, Alabama had 374 and Texas had 371. And Texas's backup quarterback who came in, who he did have experience, he kind of got banged up and was playing on a bum ankle. But I think Alabama is not as strong as they were last year. They don't have Jameson Williams or who else do they have? Mechie.
Mm. Yeah.
So like that obviously hurts. And so I think they're kind of relying a lot on the running backs like Jameer Gibbs. He had 9 receptions for 74 yards. And their next was I don't know his name. Let me click on him. T Holden. He had Trayshawn Holden. He is a junior and he had 4 catches. And then that guy who changed from Georgia, Burton, who was supposed to be like they're kind of like their top receiver, I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
He only had 2 receptions. So their receiving core is not as good as it was last year.
So would you say
Um,
that was more of a again, I didn't get to watch the game. I obviously watched the highlights, but I don't want to just base it off that. You obviously watched some of the game, if not
I
all of
watched
it.
like the whole game.
So would you say that was more of Alabama not executing or more of Texas defense was really good?
Like Texas defense, I think is really good because like you're the Heisman quarterback winner. Like you got to give Texas credit, and also Texas moved the ball like every single drive against Alabama. It seemed like there was a stretch where Alabama had like 3 or 4 3-and-outs in a row,
Yeah.
and Texas they just kept moving the ball. Like yes, they didn't score every time, but uh, they moved the ball, and it sucks because they missed a easy field goal at the end of the first half,
Yeah.
and then the refs were um the SEC commissioner made a call to the refs to say, "Hey, we need Alabama to win because I need the money." So like there were some bad calls, like there's a pass interference call that should have been called, but
so
that
so
stood out
by
to me like Alabama's vulnerable. Texas, like they should be ranked,
yeah,
and Quinn Ears is he's out for 4 to 6 weeks with like an
gotcha.
AC shoulder sprain.
So by the time this episode comes out, it's going to be pretty close to when the next rankings poll
The rankings
comes
already
out.
came out.
Did they come out today?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think I'm not positive. I can look
Because I was going
on
to ask you, do
ESPN.
you think with Alabama's performance yesterday, I know they won still, do you think there's any chance Georgia or Ohio State leap them?
Yeah, Georgia's 1 now. Alabama's 2,
Okay.
Ohio State 3, Michigan 4, Clemson 5, Oklahoma 6, USC 7, Oklahoma State 8, Kentucky 9, Arkansas 10, and yeah, that's the top 10.
Gotcha. Okay. Right on.
And Texas is
Um,
21. Deserved.
I want to mention
Oh, they didn't
two
put App State in there? Disrespect.
yeah, I want to mention two things. I'm praising you a little bit here, so I don't. I know I don't want your head to get too big here, but I'm
Yeah, don't get
praising
too
you
big.
here.
I'm humbled.
I'm
LeBron
praising you
boy.
here. I'm praising you here. I said Vandy was going to beat Wake Forest. You were on pat with that. 45-25 Wake Forest. And I also want to say, hey, I posted you on our Instagram story and I gave you credit for it. You called the Appalachian State Texas A&M game. I don't know if you actually called App State winning, but you said it was going to like keep an eye on it, and it
Yeah.
happened.
Chase
So there you
Bryce. He's
go.
been there for like 6 years. He played at Clemson. He was there
Yeah.
when we beat him my freshman year. Like he's played in the big games.
Yeah. What did you get to see the Texas Tech Houston game at all?
No, I didn't watch that game. I watched Texas Alabama, then I watched the Clemson game
Mm-hmm.
for the majority of the game, and then I watched Tennessee Pitt, and I watched the end of the Appalachian State Texas A&M game, and then I watched Kentucky Florida, and then I was done.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I saw that. I didn't get to watch the Texas Tech Houston game, but I heard it was pretty exciting, double overtime
You mean
finish.
yeah. Yeah.
And Texas Tech, which I think we both predicted that they
I
knocked
think
off
so,
Houston.
yeah.
Um, a big one. I mean, I want to get to the late night game, which was the one I got to watch all of it, and that was a fun game. But the Kentucky Florida game, I got to watch some of it. Um, what did you take away from that? Florida looked dominant in the first game. Not dominant, but they looked really good against Utah. Was Kentucky better, or did Florida make
Oh,
mistakes?
I think I mentioned it last time. I think I picked Kentucky. I don't think Florida's as good.
Yeah,
I think it was a combination of Utah coming in to a probably the hardest environment they're ever going to play in,
yeah,
and just kind of getting it taken to them. And then Florida, I think Anthony Richardson's like super athletic, but he's still like not as complete of a quarterback as Will Levis. And Will Levis played really good. Um, in Kentucky overall, their defense played good. Like Anthony Richardson threw 2 picks. Yeah, and
yeah.
Anthony Richardson's a sophomore, so he's still young. Um, yeah, I just think Kentucky's like a better team. I never thought Florida should have been jumped all the way to 12.
That was pretty insane for sure.
But I do
Um,
have to give some credit to Travis Etienne's brother, he had his first rushing touchdown and looked super
There you
good.
go. Right on. A game that you and I both picked that did not go our way. One of those rarities from the first, or I guess second week of the season. We both picked Stanford to pull off an upset against USC, and that did
I
not
think it
go
was
that
more I
way.
just hate USC.
I was flat out just picking Stanford. But yeah, USC going to Stanford, winning 41-28. I got to watch a little bit of that one. But the biggest game for me because I was busy pretty much the entire day, was the BYU Baylor game.
Mhm.
And the kicker for BYU was going through it. I don't know if you got to see any of that. He
No,
missed
I was like, I don't really want to watch that. It was late.
he missed two field goals from within 30 yards to win it. And
Nice.
they ended up winning at the end on a touchdown, and he was just bawling his eyes out.
Really?
Baylor had a chance to win it with the field goal they missed, kind of like Cincinnati today. The Bengals like
Yeah.
just missed field goal after missed field goal, and yeah, BYU knocking off Baylor. I'm not a BYU fan, and yeah, I didn't like. I don't know.
You
I was
against the
hoping.
Mormons?
No, not against the boys,
Okay.
but I was hoping Baylor could pull that out. Also picked Baylor to win, so I was kind of
I thought you picked
with that.
BYU.
No, I think I mean we can go back and double check. I'm almost positive I picked Baylor in that one. I thought I put it as like one of my games to watch because I thought it was gonna be
Okay.
close, which it was close.
I
Double
okay, so I
overtime.
just want to say, like, I know BYU beat Baylor and they were number 9 and they stormed the field,
Yeah,
but BYU was favored. You can't storm the field when you're favored.
yeah, that's true. Where did BYU jump in the rankings? I guess I could
I think they're
pull
at
it
like
up too
12
here.
or no, 12.
And Florida went down to 18 from 12. Okay,
Yeah, Florida should be unranked. With all due
okay.
respect.
Then look at Marshall, man. Marshall getting 85 votes. Oregon's number 25 with 89 votes.
Okay,
Marshall,
you're giving Marshall more votes than Appalachian State.
that's
That's
crazy.
ridiculous. Let's
That's
talk about the
wild.
App State Texas A&M game.
Okay, go for it.
Um, Chase Bryce, the GOAT. He was 15 for 30, not like ideal. Like it's not like it's 50, but he didn't throw a pick. He threw a touchdown. Just controlled the game. Leader, knows how it is. Clemson made. Let's go. So happy. Texas A&M though, like you got the number 1 recruiting class. Obviously, the freshmen aren't grown up yet. Their quarterback Haynes King kind of sucked. 13 for 20, 97 yards against a Sun Belt team, which you'd expect to be perform better. And also the running back who we had on our top running back list. I can't pronounce his name. A chain.
Yeah. Yep.
Like 10 carries, 66 yards. Like I don't know why they didn't really just kind of start running it because I'm assuming they probably had bigger guys up front. But I really think just App State wanted it more. They were kind of talking about that after the game with the coach. He's like, we just have heart, and I think that's why we won. I think Brock Osweiler's the like a color commentator, and he was saying that too. Like they just
That's
showed more
awesome.
heart. And I just loved all the tweets saying, Jimbo, how was buying your whole recruiting class going? But
Yeah.
yeah, tough look for Jimbo. I'm not a big Jimbo Fisher fan. I think he's
Mhm.
kind of, I don't know.
What a win for Appalachian State, though. What a win for that
Oh, did
program.
you see the videos of Boone, North Carolina?
Mm-mm.
It's probably one of the like more beautiful like landscapes because it's in the Appalachian Mountains,
Yeah.
which basically the Appalachian Mountains are just the Smoky Mountains everywhere to me. They all
Yeah.
look the same.
Okay.
But uh like downtown, there's a video and you just see all the students running from both sides and they're just like going crazy in the streets. And then I think some people were tweeting like there's not going to be an ounce of alcohol left in Boone, North Carolina after tonight. And then also college game day is going there next week, so that's exciting.
Right on. Yeah. And big win for Marshall. I guess we can finish up
Yeah.
college football with that game.
Hey, and
Um,
Tennessee Pitt, you're forgetting that one
okay,
too.
there you go. Yeah, there you go.
But both these games, the Marshall, Notre Dame, and Appalachian State, Texas A&M, it's very funny because both those schools paid those schools like $1 million each to come there and play them, and
Yeah.
so it's hilarious how they got knocked off. And I
Yeah.
really wish Colin was here, and I'm gonna bring this up next time he's on here just because I'm like that.
Yeah.
Because I really don't like Notre Dame at all, and it's
Uh-huh.
just so
0 and
funny,
2. 0 and
so
2.
funny. Their
Yeah.
quarterback, who I know Colin wasn't high on, and couple games last year. I didn't watch any of this game. I just kind of kept up with it and just kept sawing. I'm like, I'm not going to turn it on because then Notre Dame's going to do good. But the pick six to kind of seal the deal there was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
Yeah,
you
that
said
Buckner guy obviously is awful.
Tennessee Pitt as the last game.
Yeah. Also, I do have to mention I hate Kansas, but Kansas is 2-0 and Notre Dame is 0-2, and that is
Yes.
very funny to me.
Now you're gonna hate me saying this. You're gonna hate me saying this, but because I know you are you criticize my liking for Washington now, University of
Yeah,
Washington,
I got you.
but we are in the 2-0 club, you and I both here, so
Yeah,
we
nice.
can agree. We you guys will be in there longer than us for sure. But
I
yeah,
hope
I
so.
think we got. I think we have Michigan State, or I think it was Michigan State this week. I
Oh
think that's
boy.
what it is. So yeah, that's gonna
There's
be a
not a
good
lot. I
one.
was kind of looking at the schedule. There's not a lot of exciting games this week, I will say.
Yeah.
Clemson plays at like 8 o'clock at night. Oh,
Who you guys
oh
got?
man. Louisiana Tech. Mizzou beat
Okay.
them by like 30. So if
Yeah,
we
yeah, yeah.
and Mizzou lost 40 to
Ooh,
12, I think.
yeah. I think
They
you and I
gotta
both picked Mizzou in that one too.
yeah, gotta they need to experiment with another quarterback. They got some guys. They had a guy who's in the Elite 11. Um,
Mm-hmm.
like put him in and get the ball to Luther Burden because if you don't give it to him, he's going to transfer.
Exactly, 100%. But that Tennessee Pitt game, you picked Tennessee, I picked Pitt. I'm glad we're not keeping records for this because you're beating me so far in the
Oh, I'm
college
dominating
football
you.
one.
I know what I'm talking about. This game was exciting actually at the end. Keaton Slovis was out with an injury, I believe, somewhere before I turned it on. And their backup, Nick Patty, I believe, he kind of like hurt his ankles. It was kind of like a Texas, Alabama a little bit, but Tennessee was the higher ranked team because he was like kind of limping around. This game went into overtime. Pretty exciting. I didn't watch a lot of it, but it seemed pretty close throughout the game. Um, Actually, when I'm looking at the box score, Tennessee played really good in the first half, and then both teams didn't score a point in the third quarter, and then the fourth quarter, Tennessee got a field goal. Pittsburgh scored 10, went to overtime. Tennessee pulled it out. I just think the big difference is Hendon Hooker on Tennessee is really, really good. He is like a pretty solid completion percentage. Geez, the Chiefs are up 44 to like 13. Kill me.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
taking the L. I'm taking the L on that one for sure.
um, yeah, Hendon Hooker is like one of the best quarterbacks in the country. He's probably up there in like the Heisman watch just because there's really not a lot of guys who really been super great, like CJ Stroud and Caleb Williams. But 325 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no interceptions. That's his big things. He just takes care of the ball, which is super important. He threw it 42 times, which is a lot, but got the job done. Oh my God. One of the receivers had 162 yards receiving. Um, Pitt, I know Pitt has a pretty solid defense. That's probably why Tennessee didn't run the ball that great, but Pitt's running back, I'm going to butcher this name. His last name is Abanakanda. Abanakanda. He had 25 attempts, 154 yards rushing, and 1 touchdown. So it was pretty exciting there at the end because I think Pitt scored. I literally watched. I just kind of forgot what happened. Pitt scored right at the end, and I think Tennessee got the ball back, but then they couldn't get anything going, and then it went to overtime, something like that. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. A lot
but
of close games though this weekend.
yeah, it
Got some
was.
upsets. Got close games. It was a good week.
I really want college football this year to be like the greatest year in college football in 2007, where literally all chaos
Yeah,
ensued,
yeah.
and the two teams in the national title game both had 2 losses. South Florida was number one after like six
Wow,
weeks, and then they
wow.
ended up being 6-7 at the end of the year. So they like were number one and lost like the rest of their games. It was really nuts. And then every team that was number two lost. And that was the year Mizzou was number one and West Virginia was number two, and they both lost. Still remember that? Pat White like
Yeah,
broke his arm, did something.
yeah. I mean, with this just being week two. I know you said there's not a whole lot of crazy games in week three, but yeah. I mean, also this is just the Monday episode. We'll probably like we have been. I guess this only one week we've been doing it.
Yeah.
But next on Friday's episode, we're going to cover everything that is coming up for Saturday's games and
Yeah.
Sunday's NFL
Also,
games.
we did forget to mention one thing. Georgia Southern beat Nebraska 45-42, and Scott Frost is fired. Nebraska
Yeah,
fans rejoice.
yes,
Because
yeah.
holy smokes. You
They've
guys
had
have the
a
talent. You got a solid quarterback, and you lost to Georgia Southern? Like, come on.
yeah, yeah. That's tough. On the last play of the game, wasn't it? Or one of the
I didn't even
last minute?
realize they lost until I think either right before I went to bed or this morning. I looked, I was just like, oh boy.
That's wild. Yeah. But I mean, we're talking football here. This has been a busy day in the NFL. Week 1 is today. I haven't. I mean, I'm going to go through at the end of the day. We have an hour here until your boys play on Sunday Night Football. But I am going to go through and see where we're at rankings wise and how we did it with our picks today.
God.
I checked earlier and we were pretty close with each other. This Chiefs one is killing me though. But I mean, we can
I
go
think I
through a
picked
couple.
the Cardinals. Oh, wait, who did I pick?
You pick Chiefs. I pick Cardinals.
That's so funny because I remember in my Cardinals schedule when I was doing like I picked them because I was like the Cardinals are going to start
Oh
off strong.
yeah, that's right. I remember that.
But they're
That's
obviously
right.
not doing good. Like Rondell Moore's out and D Hop's out. So
Yeah. Yep.
why the hell did I draft Kyler Murray in one of my fantasy? My
Yeah.
fantasy teams are done. I'm done. I'm not even checking them anymore.
I'm gonna just start from the bottom of the list here. Colts Texans tie. You called it's gonna be
I
closer.
did. I called it.
Yeah,
Davis
I mean,
Mills, baby.
that's as close as you can get to.
Also, Rodrigo Blankenship missed a field goal that would have won it.
Yes, I did see that.
Literally right
Yeah.
after Evan McPherson missed his.
Yeah. Yeah. Browns Panthers. You and I both picked that one wrong. I think we both picked Panthers in that one. Browns with a game-winning field goal, 58-yarder
Did I
by the
actually?
rookie. You might have picked the Browns. I can check that. Cade York, rookie kicker, 58-yard field goal to win it.
Yeah, they drafted him in like the 4th round.
Yeah, that's pretty big. And Baker Mayfield did not dominate like I thought. He was solid. 235 yards, touchdown and interception. McCaffrey, 10 carries, 33 yards. Absolutely nothing.
I'm telling you, the Browns, they just give it to Chubb, my boy, 141 yards rushing, and then Kareem Hunt, who also got 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and Brissett took care of the football. Only 147 yards, but no turnovers.
Hey, he made it to like the play. He almost made it to I think he made it in the playoffs with the Colts.
Yeah,
they're like 9-8.
Yeah, so that's a big win for the Browns. Kind of a disappointing start for the Panthers. I think those Panthers fans probably had some expectations of jumping off, getting it going, starting hot. But the Jaguars Commanders, this is one that you did pick wrong and I did pick right. But it was very close, very, very close. 28-22 Commanders beat the Jaguars. Wasn't it a touchdown late by Carson Wentz?
Yeah, to Dotson, or
that
rookie
from Penn State. Yeah, Wentz had 4 touchdowns. He also had one of those interceptions that literally only Carson Wentz makes, where it's that little screen pass. He's made so many of those, I feel like, where he kind of just throws it. I don't know.
Throws it directly to him.
Yes, man.
There was also one Carson Wentz play which I think he threw it away, but he like just rolled out and was like getting sacked. He just launched it. And I was like, oh boy.
Oh my gosh.
He makes getting out of sacks. I don't know. It's just very funny to watch him, how hard he works to throw it away. And then it's usually a pick.
Yeah. What do you think about Trevor Lawrence? I mean, you're living in Jacksonville.
Like I wish he would have had a better completion percentage, but he made some good throws. His interception was like at the end of the game, it was like 3rd and 11, and he was rolling to his left. And he just threw it downfield trying to get something, but that was a stupid decision. He shouldn't have made that decision. But I think if you're a Jacksonville fan, you should like be excited. He looked better. He threw for 275 yards. He took good care of the football except for that last pass. I think he was just trying to try to get something going. James Robinson came back off an Achilles. He looked solid. Etienne, they only gave him the ball 4 times and had 47 yards. So like to me, give him the ball more.
It's like 11 yards a carry. That's
solid.
Yeah.
And Christian Kirk, he had 6 receptions, 117 yards. So that's good to see. I really think they're going to be good. I think their defense, I felt like, played solid. They did give up a lot of yards, 389, but Jaguars also had 383 total yards. But
Trayvon Walker made an immediate impact.
Yeah, he had that pick. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think you got to be excited. I think I think they're gonna be they're gonna be good. Like Trevor's, I think he did miss a throw to ETN that would have been a touchdown. ETN was like wide open and he overthrew him, but it was right at the beginning of the game. Some of that nerves, I guess,
Yeah.
adrenaline. There's the word I was looking for at the beginning
Yeah.
of the beginning of the season. But I'm excited to see how they play.
And also, I'm going to say you guys. I know you're a Cowboys fan, but you like the Jags. I'll say you guys in this sense.
Mm,
I think you guys will be like, this is not a bad loss, in my opinion. I think
no,
the Commanders are a gritty, tough team that are going to be competitive in a lot of football games.
yeah.
Because Carson Wentz always gives me that vibe. Like, he's good enough to keep you in games, but he
Mm.
can't get you over that hump. So that's
Will
what I
he
got.
make a big mistake? Most of the
Exactly.
time, yes.
1000%. Yeah. The Ravens beat the Jets 24-9. That's not a surprise. I think you and I both said that was one of the
Lamar
bigger
Jackson looked
blowouts.
good.
That's the big takeaway I took. Yeah. Uh,
Also, um, he turned down that contract extension with the Ravens too.
dude's gonna get paid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dolphins beat the
Did you
Patriots
see his
20 to
no look
7.
pass?
I didn't. I saw you. I think you tweeted about it, didn't you?
I may have like retweeted it or like
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
because there's
Yeah.
people saying like if Patrick Mahomes did this, they would like want to kiss him. Like I'm
Yeah.
listening. Of course, Tony, like because the AFC is more like CBS gets like
Yep.
the afternoon games and then NFC Fox. I swear, just because like the Chiefs are good, so they like deservedly get the good crew. But geez, Tony Romo, like if you put him and Patrick Mahomes in like the same room, I think they'd make a baby. Like, geez, Louise.
I'm cutting that and I'm putting that on TikTok. I'm doing that. That's a good one right there. The Dolphins beat the Patriots 20-7. You and I both picked that one correctly. That defense for the Dolphins looked good. I
The
didn't get to.
two, they're so fast. Tyreek
Oh
Hill,
my gosh, dude. Yeah,
Waddle. After
and
Waddle scored a touchdown, he was blocked by the goalpost when he was doing his like waddle. But they show these two like guys in the stands. They're like bigger guys, and they're both like doing the waddle. And I just started laughing.
I also want to say Tua played very very well.
Yeah. Well, he can.
270 yards, took care of the football.
Tyreek Hill had 8 receptions, 94 yards. He can do what he did in Alabama, just those slants to the fast
Yep,
guys.
exactly. That's what you and I have been saying for
I
weeks now.
think Barstool posted this video. It cracked me up. It was like two is back. Two is silencing the haters, and he throws one like 10 yards short of Tyreek Hill.
Yeah. Yeah, he got so much hate this offseason, man.
Oh, I know. It was
Um,
so funny.
the Eagles and the Lions, that was my big upset of the week. I kept telling people on live the other night. Lions were coming back there at the end. Fell a little bit
Mm.
short, 38-35. That's a high scoring football game right there.
DeAndre
Uh,
Swift had 144 yards rushing on 15
yes,
attempts.
yes, he looked really good. Miles Sanders looked good.
He's sliding into
Um,
my starting fantasy lineup next week.
there you go. Yeah,
Unless he's playing the Cowboys, then out of respect for my team, I cannot start him.
and AJ Brown, 10 catches, 155 yards. So Jalen Hurts didn't throw for any touchdowns, but he ran 17 carries for 90 yards and ran one in. So yeah, you and I have been saying how the Eagles are going to be improved this year, and they got off
Unfortunately,
on the right foot, I guess, even though they gave up 35 to a Lions offense that I don't know. Especially wide receiver
oh,
wise, they don't do a ton for me.
the Giants just took the lead against the Titans. They came down, scored a touchdown with like a minute left, then went for two and got it.
Oh my
They're up
gosh.
one.
I'm telling you, this Titans team could be really bad this year. The Steelers Bengals game, I think that's what a lot of news was on that one this afternoon. Missed field goal after missed field goal after missed field goal, huh?
And Joe Burrow had 5 turnovers.
I love it, man. We talked about
Made
that.
me so happy.
So happy. So nice. Trubisky took care of the football. Nothing flashy, 194
My boy
yards.
Pat Fairmouth getting it done.
Yes,
Leading receiver
sir.
for the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's what I like to
Yes,
see.
sir.
Keep it up, Trubisky. Keep throwing to him.
I do want to say two big things though for the Steelers. I know they got the dub 23-20 against the Bengals, but Najee Harris 10 carries 23 yards and went down with an injury. He never came back, did he?
I don't think so. I honestly, when I was watching it on Red Zone, I never really saw the Steelers with the football.
Yeah. Yeah, and then also I think the even bigger injury, TJ Watt torn pectoral.
Yeah.
How long is that out for? Did they
I
say?
think it could literally be the season.
That's miserable. That is awful. You
Ooh,
hate to
Derek
see
Carr
that.
fumbled.
Football gets that more than anything.
Oh, yeah. He's
Uh,
kind of following in the Watt name. getting hurt.
Exactly. Another big upset. You and I said it was going to be close, but we both had the Niners beating the Bears. The Bears won 19-10 in one of the most football weather type of games you can find. It was so bad raining there in Chicago that they had the digital like markers on the field for the 20, 30, 40, whatever.
Really.
Yeah, it was
They
insane.
switched it on red zone. Like they switched it earlier and the field was wet. Like every time a guy would step, it was like water would splash up. Then they flipped again and it was like a lake. And then you couldn't even see
Yes.
because there's so many raindrops on this
It's
thing.
crazy.
That game
Crazy.
is just when it's like rainy like that, it's just like who knows who's gonna win. But Elijah Mitchell was out. He had a knee injury like early in the
Hmm.
game, which
George
didn't
Kittle
help.
didn't play either. So
Didn't don't you have him on your team?
yeah, I had to bench him. I put Gasecki in. He got me 1.1. Yeah, yeah. The Saints. I was getting worried there for a little bit, man. The
I
Saints pulled out a
was
win though,
yeah,
27-26
I
against
was
the
rooting for the
Falcons. But
Falcons.
were you? Were you really?
I like
I know.
Mariota.
Yeah, I was about to say. I know. I was going to say you like Mariota. You and I both picked the Saints, and I was thinking your love for Jameis Winston would maybe outdo
Oh, I love
Mariota.
Jameis Winston just because he's an idiot, not because like I
Yeah,
actually like him.
yeah, yeah. But what do you think about Mariota? I haven't even looked at his stat lines.
He was 20 for 33, 215 yards passing. He ran for 72 yards and a touchdown. I think he played really well, I thought. Um, Cordell Patterson
My
ran
goodness, he
for
does.
120 yards.
He just gets it done, doesn't he?
I know. Drake London played good. He's on my fantasy team. Yeah, Jarvis Landry's played really good for the Saints. Alvin Kamara, only 9 attempts rushing.
Yeah,
Not a lot of I'm telling you, Alvin Kamara needed Drew Brees because Drew Brees couldn't throw it more than like 20 yards down the field.
yeah. And Michael Thomas was helping my fantasy team out today. A couple little touchdowns there. 5 catches, 57 yards. It's just good to see him back. I know he's not the best wide receiver in football, but he's up there. So it's good to see
Also,
him back.
Taysom Hill just doing his thing, 4 rushing attempts, 81 yards and a touchdown.
That's wild, dude. That's a wild stat line. Um,
I love
so
when
now
he
the
comes down on like special teams and just lays out a guy.
yeah, yeah. These last 4 games are still in progress here. So, and I guess 2 of them are pretty close. The Chargers are up 24-19 with a minute 40 left in that game.
It's looking like a Chargers win.
They're on my app here. It says they're on the Las Vegas 17. So they're marching down the field here. Herbert has 3 touchdown passes, and Keenan Allen is out with an injury for the rest of the game. So hopefully that's
What's happening
nothing
with
too
Austin
serious.
Eckler? Has he got anything?
Him and Mike Williams. Oh, I know Eckler's like the bigger name, but still, those are two big guys. You think with Keenan Allen out, they would get some touches
Mike
going.
Williams is like hit or miss. I had him last
He
year.
is. He is,
He
man.
either goes beast mode or
That's
not
why I
because
didn't
he's a
pick him.
downfield threat.
Yep. He's a Clemson grad, right? Or
Yeah,
Clemson. Yeah,
he
that's what
was
I
a
thought.
stud. He was with Deshaun like our in 2018 national title
Got you.
or 2016. Sorry, my bad.
Sadly, the Chiefs are up 44-21 on the Cardinals. Mahomes has looked really good today. Sadly, I hate saying that, but he's looked really good. Kelsey's looked good. Spreading the ball around really well. The Vikings are up 23-7
I do
on
have a
the
question for you,
Packers in the
AJ.
fourth. Yeah, what's up?
Did Call of Duty come out early?
It might have, bro. It might have. I have not. I didn't. I've watched probably altogether just a quarter of that football game. I did.
Yeah.
I hated what I've seen from Kyler.
He's thrown for 193 yards and 2 touchdowns,
I
but
know, but
I know he
there's
doesn't have a lot of weapons. Like he has Marquise Brown. Like I'll just kind of name all like AJ Green's still there, but he's older. Their leading receiver, Greg Dortch.
Dortch. Yeah,
Never heard of him before.
yeah. I
So
don't know, man. James
yeah.
Conner. Gonna use James Conner a lot. I guess he needs Hopkins. He really does. He needs that number one in there.
Yeah, you can just literally throw it to DeAndre Hopkins and he catches it. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah. Mahomes 360 yards, 30 for 39, and 5 touchdowns. I hated saying every single piece of that.
He's five. Whoa. The
I
thing on
know.
CBS didn't like update to what it was.
Yeah, and Kelsey, 8 catches, 121 yards and a touchdown as well. So Chiefs are going to
Telling
be
you.
1-0. That's tough. The Vikings have looked good and the Packers have looked bad today.
Yes, very
I think
bad.
I think that's the easiest way to say that. Um, you said Aaron Rodgers got crushed. He came back or no?
Yeah, he's been playing. Threw an
Okay.
interception too.
We both picked the Vikings though, and I think that was kind of bold of us, but we it worked out.
Yeah, like they're like I think they wanted to try to run the ball, but then they just got behind and they couldn't really run it. Like AJ Dillon has 10 attempts, 45 yards. And they've been trying to get them in the passing game too, because like they don't have a lot of great receivers.
Yeah, and Lazard's out, and he's probably their best wideout,
Yeah.
so he's not playing.
Justin
And
Jefferson,
then
though, 9 receptions, 184 yards, and 2
yeah,
touchdowns.
yeah. What's Thielen been up to today? He usually plays well against the
Three
Packers.
receptions, 36 yards.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Literally the majority of Kirk Cousins' yards are to Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, for real.
Dalvin Cook,
Definitely.
84 yards rushing, just
Yep.
under the radar.
For sure. The last game's still going on. It's a insane finish actually. The Giants are up 21-20 on the Titans. That's a this would be a good win for the Giants.
Yeah, it's 23 seconds. Titans are at like the 48.
Yes.
Giants just called the timeout.
Yeah. And then tonight, that was all the games that's already been played or still
We
be
didn't talk
playing.
about the Rams-Bills game.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. For me, that was more of a Bill. A lot of people asked me about that on live as well. For me, that was more of a Bills played really good than a Rams played poorly. I
Yeah.
thought Stafford made some mistakes, but the Bills had like 7 sacks. Josh Allen was he had like 2 interceptions, but dude was like making
The
insane
addition
plays
of
happen.
Von Miller just takes their defense that was number
Yeah.
one to like the another level because they never really had a pass rusher.
Yeah. Yeah, and Jalen Ramsey was getting cooked, which I don't think anybody could say that about his career.
He had a perfect passer rating against him.
That's that's insane. That's
Yeah,
insane.
Diggs had 8 receptions, 122 yards, a touchdown. Gabriel Davis, 4 receptions, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, 297 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I think one of those interceptions was not his fault.
So the first one definitely wasn't. That was literally in Isaiah McKenzie's hands,
Yeah.
and he literally just fell out of his hands, whatever it was. The second one I didn't see, but I heard that also it was a terrible route by whatever receiver he was throwing to. But yeah, 31-10. That's not what I was expecting for sure.
I would also say that like Cam Akers, 3 rushing attempts, 0 yards.
Oh my god.
So funny for people who drafted him because he was projected like 14 points. So
yeah. I see that. I saw him and Allen Robinson everywhere.
Yeah. I picked up Allen Robinson in one of my other leagues, so I'm like, I'm putting him on my like have him just to see how he does. But like I might have to wait another week or you may be gone, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. Tonight we got the Cowboys and the Buccaneers. We both picked the Cowboys in that one. With that being said, I'm going to be cheering for the Buccaneers hard in that one. But I just have to say it. I'm very excited right now. As of right now, the Seattle Seahawks are in first place in the NFC West.
How are they first place?
Let's go.
Did everyone lose?
Everyone's lost. The Rams lost. 49ers lost. Cardinals are about to lose. And once we lose tomorrow night, then everybody will be tied again. But for now, Seahawks are sitting at the top. What score prediction you got tonight? Buccaneers Cowboys before we finish this up.
I don't know. I'm scared. I feel like we're gonna lose. But I'm always gonna pick the Cowboys every single game.
You think
we're
it's
going
close?
17-0. What?
You think it's close?
Yeah, it's gonna be close.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's gonna be close too.
I'll go like 28-24.
That's a good score. Okay. I like that.
The most basic score you could give.
And then tomorrow night's Broncos Seahawks. And then we will be back Friday for
we're not gonna do scoring predictions for that?
Oh, we can. I don't like what I'm gonna hear though.
60. Okay. I'll say like 35-10.
Okay. See, I had all week 24-20 Seahawks.
Seahawks?
Yeah.
Is it in Seattle?
It is. Yeah. So this is the thing.
Make a difference.
This is the thing. If Seattle somehow wins this game, I like where we're at. Week 2, we have the 49ers in San Francisco.
Loss.
Winnable. I think it's a loss too, but it's winnable. And then after that,
If it rains.
week 3, you got the Falcons in Seattle. I like that. I think we can win that. Week 4, we have the Lions in Detroit, but I think we can win that also. And then week 5, we have the Saints. If you win this, you could be 3-1 if you lose the Niners game by week 5.
I'm gonna send you a video after this because you sound exactly like this guy who I listen to on a podcast, and I'm gonna send you the video, and it's gonna be very
Okay.
funny.
All right. Sounds
You
good.
sound exactly like him.
Um,
Ooh, Titans are about to kick a field goal to go for it.
I guess we got to stay on the episode until this is done. We
Yeah,
have
they iced
we have to
him.
wait this out.
Randy Bullock, thick boy.
Cut me off whenever that field goal's being kicked there. I will say we need to get these interviews coming here. We're waiting on Nathan Walker still, but we have 2 more. Derek Williams, a Mizzou baseball player, and then we got another one who plays semi-professional, or I guess he played professional football in Germany. He just had to try it with the XFL, the one of the 2 Texas teams.
Ooh, no good.
He missed it.
How
Giants
the hell did you lose to
win.
the Giants. The Giants were god awful until like the second half. They came alive.
Giants win. That's a surprise. Wow.
It seems like this is the Giants Super Bowl right now.
Yeah. That was a good week 1, though. It's not over yet, but
Ryan Tannehill, hot seat.
Yeah.
Kidding.
yeah. First 14 games were exciting. We got the 2 left tonight and Seahawks tomorrow against the Broncos. The last guy, though, Montez Lattimore is his name. He was a cornerback in Germany. He played for Central Missouri, UCM D2 school. So he's a coworker of mine. He said he'll hop on. He has a really interesting story about he played in Canada for a while. He played 3 years under contract in Germany as a corner. So that'll be fun. So we got 3 interviews. So for me, if you're free, we'll talk about this off the air. Let's get if Nathan Walker can't get with us in the next couple of days, hopefully we can get just somebody else going. It's been a while since an interview. Let's start getting those out again. So be excited for that, guys. We will be back Friday with our more baseball talk. Also, everything to expect for week 3 of college football. The preview. Yeah, that's what we need to call it, the preview episode. And then everything for week 2 of NFL.
Will Albert have 700 by our next episode?
Oh, that yeah. I'm gonna just cut it on that. That's a good way to end it. Everybody have a good week. We will see you Friday.
See you guys.